Oke guys, ini dia pertandingan antara BREN melawan Echo guys. Akhirnya guys di turnamen internasional jatuhnya ya. Kita melihat Filipina melawan Filipina guys di upper bracket. Ya sebelumnya sering sih guys. Cuman kan belakangan ini kebanyakan Indonesia lawan Indonesia kan. Salah satu yang kalah bakal turun ke lower bracket.
A lot of damage placed onto him early on. They're trying to force a flicker out, but JP
Tadi
has that
Eko lawan
nature to get out.
BTR menang Eko, tapi sebenarnya perlawanan BTR juga keras sih.
Oh no, is this? Yeah.
Ini LTZ bawa
in a single team yet.
3, Claude, Grok, and the Uranus. Now we have seen a lot of Claudes, well, all the Claudes, and a lot of Uranus.
Grok basic
all
common
the
emblem.
Uranus, but Grok. We haven't seen a lot of that. A common emblem Grok.
Dari double link, LTZ bawa
all the way under the tier 1. JP still holding on to the flicker, but now gets engaged on that. Heavy spin takes him out with first blood.
Minute and a half in, AP BREN
yang ngeri-ngeri guys tadi. Siapa namanya?
And this isn't gonna bode well for that turtle take rate.
Maniak 3 menit. 1 menit dah ada 1 orang mati.
Outplayed.
We've been mentioning this a whole lot, man. Claude does good into the carry now, but when you have these many members up top, outplayed, forced to use a BMI, losing the entirety of the gold cannon minion. JP now caught in the midst.
Kayaknya JP-nya ini salah talent emblem gak sih? Basic kamu tipis banget bro, Groknya. Apa nggak bawa tank ya?
What's gonna happen here is Echo is going to read the room and say, you know what? This turtle isn't as free as we think it is. AP BREN making the call to stand Kyle Easy back into his purple and then come back all the way until the turtle. This is a delayed turtle take rate, a little bit more of a thing that was in trend in mid 2022, and it's coming back now given how the meta is slowly going into a renaissance state. Real quick, something to note here, the fact that up top
ini lebih enak sih, ini juga tadi itu dipakai sama Tanfor melawan Uranusnya Solizu.
That's just how Akaisi was never touched, even in the post-patch meta.
I honestly really like how Akaisi's choice of emblem here, going for the Concussive Blast for a little bit more damage when he jumps in. And now we're seeing this free turtle take here. There's no way Zaida can get here in time. That's going to be JP jumping in with a wild charge, but now stolen away. Heavy spin, blocking them down. Few using the wild charge by himself as well. JP now taken out by the wild panda.
That's a third death on JP. Good news is he's the roamer. He can afford it. Given AP BREN a 2,000 gold lead already.
I don't know about this, man. Sanford's still able to survive with the consecration. Zaida right now, top of the ways, used up. Flat TZ falls. Zaida will get taken out though. That's the Kung Fu in the panda.
They're playing with the economy. They're forcing out answers. And so far, Echo are presenting a threat. It's not so easy. Nothing comes for free. But in the end, if this continues at this rate, AP BREN's going to come out on top, not just in the laning stage, but even in the mid-game, especially since we're looking at Super Marco on a carry. When it comes down to it, toe-to-toe, especially in the 9-10 minute mark, it's so difficult, especially when you're looking at damage like this.
Oh, wild charge comboed in with a rough waves, petrifying from Sanji. Ogwen with a desperate minion's fury, trying to stop that from happening, but it still goes through. Few taken out, but back to the point, I agree with you. I think here, AP BREN, they've gotten a significant lead, and through their trio mid, they can push this even further. It's all about the trio mid for AP BREN.
Yep, and the reason why that was a win for Echo just then, and it stopped the ballooning of that lead.
Utamanya karena LTZ nggak ikut ke ini, Benny juga nggak ikut. Tadi aja Benny malah ini lagi sibuk nyari laptop gaming guys di Instagram. Dan ini ditambah Yawi nggak main. Gak tahu kenapa ya. Lapis utamanya itu lebih better loh ketimbang komposisi yang kayak gini. Posisinya mau dijepit.
He's buying time. He's pinning down 4 members of Echo. He's saying, hey, if you're not going to answer me, then this is a free lane. And just the same, Echo finds it. They understand that we're not touching turtle anyways. Let's make the most of this down bottom. First turret goes down.
karena
And then
mereka
AP Bren makes
bawaannya
up for it
assassin
over at
jungler.
the turtle. But wait,
Petrify,
Mati kah?
rough waves,
Mati.
wild charge, everything thrown
Pas
at
yes,
Flat
lawan
TZ, taking him
4
out
orang
even
gitu.
though he's under the tier 2.
all right, you know what?
Jadi,
That last
kalau jungler
win
assassin,
for Echo.
iya emang
They made more economic damage there, but wait,
itu sih
they come up the
ketimbang
mid.
They've used a lot of resources here. Calteezy is going to be
Karena
able to
lawan,
walk out of this one
jungler
easy
tank.
peasy. AP Bren taking a turret up top,
Kedua.
trading. Never.
Kedua,
You're never going to see AP
skill-skillnya
Bren
banyak
just
skill stun.
get beaten in these
Skill
trades,
area.
these 50-50s.
Yep, delayed
Jadi chance
response
mention
here, but
rate-nya
then
lebih
all the
gede lah.
while, AP Bren
Menurut
still chalked it up to a return anyways, right? They got to push up top.
Apalagi
Now
setelah
they're
ganti
picking a fight
emblem ya,
mid,
emblem
terrifying
12.
Stanford. No one home. They're looking for an angle here. Heavy spin online. All ults up for AP Bren.
Grouping up very early on, few dodging away from the breath of the ocean.
Wabonnya
Meanwhile, Calteezy
masuk dengan
trying to go
santuy.
for this purple buff. Walks in range, side up. Beautiful retribution to secure it. Could have been a very disastrous steal for Echo, but they still hold on.
And that's what's important here.
Paling yang
The fact
dapat.
that Echo in the post
Oh, Link yang dapat ya?
phase
Iya, Link yang dapat.
understand the dynamics that, hey, they're going to start taking what we have and start trying to isolate us, and now Sanford pop.
Udah pakai Purify padahal.
Even with the
Masih
pure
kena,
vines, though,
tapi nggak ada yang follow
down
up.
for a bit, but it is a very tanky Uranus with Brave Smite. Pops into Consecration, gets out. A bit more pressure down for AP Bren, but Echo, again, are still holding on. Now, the question I want to ask you now is Echo trying to just weather out the storm, waiting for those power spikes to finally hit?
And the answer that you're looking for is yes. They have a Claw that needs to farm. They have a Ling that needs to farm. And I think it's down to AP Bren to actually pick up the pace. This is one of the few times that they can actually bully Echo. Because when we do hit the post-late game phase, I'm looking at 14-15 minutes. If Echo isn't put down under, Echo's going to take control.
Kalau
If
udah
anything,
nyoba
Echo can
DHS
actually just
tapi
snap
karinya
in a
udah
position
mau DHS
at
juga
the
ini.
First Lord if AP Bren don't take them down harder. So now
Kalau
with
ketinggalannya,
AP Bren, I'm wondering if
oh
they're
iya,
gonna get
levelnya juga
lost
beda satu.
in that craze, if they're gonna get lost in their own aggression.
Ya.
Let's see though, because Super Marco, that late game insurance for Bren
Uber.
as well, is about to hit that item power spike. Very close to the 3-item power spike. Ogwen jumps in, heavy spin from Kyle TZ, free turtle over to AP Bren. 4-3 in kills, very close, but in the neutral objective game, it is all Bren.
Yep. But then again,
You
it still holds
bisa,
true, right? Even if it seems like AP Bren is so
Ya,
far
ini ya,
ahead,
nggak bawa
you
flipper
have
ya?
to respect the
Verify
fact that Echo are just ramping up
Dari
to
si
an
Daifu.
eventual power spike. It's delayed gratification here for Echo. They might seem like they're not doing much now, but wait, they find a wild charge!
Oh, in the back, Ogwen with the Mutant's Fury gets outplayed out, and the damage is not going to be enough. That's also a wild charge by TZ now in the midst. Zyda able to escape. That's a
Waktu itunya sakit banget.
Just punches through everyone to find JP.
And here, it's evident that JP doesn't have enough items yet. Again, now Echo's feeling the effects of him getting beat down in the early game. 4 deaths, even before the 6-7 minute mark. So now, JP has to understand that, yeah, I have to do better at protecting myself.
Wow.
Whoa! The heavy spin displaces Sanji. So yeah, again, here in the mid to late game, this is the ramp up. Echo have to be careful. Now it's come to the point wherein they only have 1 tier 2 left.
Even here, man, I mean, Zyda is trying to just look for scraps on the map. Good damage on the Kyle TZ, though. No heavy
Nggak
spin. They
TZ-nya.
understand it. They want to punish it. Kyle's still able to survive, though.
Masih selamat, Zaidanya juga start lagi.
But there's no way he'll take these
Tadinya dapat bawah.
down.
Oh enggak, ditahan.
And there you'll see all the space that
Ini si
has
Sanford
been
sih
bought for AP Bren, specifically for Super
jebol
Marco.
sih udah.
No deaths,
Kalau
1
Super
kill,
Marco.
and just barreling forward in gold earned. This is as funnel as it gets. He is 2,000 gold ahead of his closest rival in Zyda. So yeah, Miracle, you mentioned how he's going for scraps. Still pretty good scraps, and now it's a scuffle for the purple. Zyda
Cuman 2 orang aja
Zyda,
dihandle sampai
in
harus
the
5
game
orang.
against Bigatron Alpha, the question we raised
Karena
was
assassin jungler sih,
how in the
daripada sama
world
Ivo.
is he above Super Ken when he's behind, when the team is behind, and now you get the same feeling. Kyle TZ all throughout this game has been dominating, but look who has the level lead. It's Zyda. Again in game number 1 up against Bren, AP Bren.
He just knows how to use space. He just knows how to use his hero's kit. Between an Akai and a Ling, even with the Akai ahead, even with Kyle TZ calling the shots most times when they go into team fights, Zyda knows that, all right, we have been losing. all of these early to mid-game engagements. Let me focus on what I can do, and that's taking turrets and pushing waves wherein you're not there. You have to come get me, not the other way around. So that's why Echo are keeping this lead as tight as possible. Barely 5K, 6K now at 10 minutes and a half with the Lord marching through. But it's getting smaller. The space that Zyda can actually find and build up a farm for himself is getting so much smaller.
Oh, Sanji displaced once again by the heavy spin. Good disengage from Calteezy. Stanford now walking in JP with a wild charge to the back, but it gets melted down.
JP-nya mati
The
lagi.
Fury connects, and that's another follow-up. In the back, Calteezy dealing damage to
Gila.
Michael without a flicker. Not
Ditebein.
using the Purify. Takes Sanji and JP out.
Like a trampoline that looked like. The fact that BREN are so far ahead now. They've got an 8,000 gold lead inside the base. It's just outplayed in Zyda.
It might be over just here, 11 minutes in, outplayed. Wow, one splash of damage.
Gak ada creep tengahnya. Mau dipaksa. Udah buka WON.
Go for it. 11 minutes.
AP BREN are rushing this.
Ini udah bukan Eco Express, guys. BREN Express.
It's a speed run by AP.
Oke, itu dia guys, game pertama antara AP BREN lawan Echo yang dimenangkan oleh AP BREN.
Folks at home.
Bukan one sided, tapi ya bisa dibilang termasuk one sided sih. Dominasinya, snowballnya berjalan guys. Oke, kita lanjut ke match kedua antara AP BREN dan Echo. Bye.